Good morning, my people. This is Major TV. Let's talk. First I want to shout out to Michelle B, the Queen Woman. Let everybody know that we have to remember spiritual warfare. And I was like, I agree, but I also think it's a mental, emotional, physical, as well as financial warfare. Global too. And I always use the fist like spiritual, mental, emotional, physical, and financial. I do the fist like the city black power. Like we really dealing with all this, like with the spiritual, staying connected to the Most High, with the mental of just staying balanced. Staying focused, staying informed, physically being healthy and right, watching we eat, exercising and whatnot, and the emotional, just having healthy relationships and whatnot, healthy vibrations and what have you. And financially, just being able to maintain some kind of relevancy and the ability to just survive, and be able to provide for you and yours. But there was a sister comment I'm taking. I just still in her comment. I told her I was gonna do this, and she was like, "Can we all just get along? We all are black. We all black people in the same ship." And I want to make that as a topic, and I want to quickly just talk about this. Can we all get along? We all are black people in the same ship. True indeed, we are black people in the same ship, but we all think different. And it's nothing wrong with that. It was based upon logic in some things. And don't get me wrong, I'm not saying some people that feel different about the movement isn't come from a logical standpoint. But I do feel there's a lot of brainwashing, a lot of Willis syndrome mechanism working inside of a lot of our sisters and brothers. And then we don't realize we pass that down to our kids like it was passed down to us. We accept religions, we accept languages, cultures, education, and political, economical systems that originated out of Africa, but we are doing it more from a Western way of viewing it. And then we got to keep in mind capitalism. I often say that capitalism determines who lives, who dies. Capitalism breeds greed. It breeds power. It breeds corruption in the wrong hands. But we already know that the corruption, power, and greed is in the most powerful people's hands, and it's trickled down to the poorest person. Because just like the rich mess over the rich or try to mess over you, they try to mess over the rich too, just like the poor. The poor gonna try to mess over the poor and mess over whomever they can get ahead, right? And I always compare the richest, how they are just so greedy, sometimes the poorest, that they have to find ways to survive. And when they don't have those abilities, they go in a very sunken place. And I'm not speaking about all poor people. I'm not speaking about all rich people. I'm just talking about the mentality of people. And the reason why I'm talking about this is because a lot of black people, I don't care how much they talk black, a lot of them are just sucked up in capitalism. They commercialize the struggle. And I'm just speaking about the black conscious community, the pro-black people, right? They really eating this all up. And there's a lot of stuff, a lot of moving factors going on with all us being on a ship, because everybody wasn't on that ship. That slave ship coming to shores of America and the whole diaspora around the world, right? Some people migrated and came to the United States and came places. They wasn't all on slave ships. But wherever colonialism was at, whether it was Arabs, whites, Asians, or what have you, which we know whites are really like the main emphasis about what white supremacy and what have you, but you have the Arab influence, and you have Asian influence as well. That's not spoken about as much. But the colonialism in our mind and the subliminal shaping in our mind, a lot of times we don't even be knowing it. A lot of times we don't be really realizing how deep this go with us. So with me saying that is, that's the reason why it's going to be hard for us to unite as a black people. We can unite, but not as a whole, because you got people that's taking positions. You got people that don't care what you tell them, what you show them. They're going to believe they're right, or they're going to believe their position, or stay in their position. There's a saying, right? If you feel you're wrong, nothing the world can tell you. If you feel you're right, excuse me, nothing the world can tell you wrong. I have some Taraka Big Moore's TV, Moore's World TV subscribers or followers of people that rock with him, you know, jumping in my mentions and trying to give me the business. But they just don't know, like I told dude, he called me a fanboy. I'm far from a fanboy. I'm a real one, you know, and I'm trying to stay away from the name calling, but sometimes I know how to, you know, also express in a certain way to give your point, give my point out, excuse me, to you or to anyone that try to, you know, like jig at me or belittle what my stance and whatnot, you know. Again, I'm trying to tell everybody, I am a real one. I could treat Grandmaster J and I got heat for that. But like I told this brother, I'm gonna say, like I told this dude, I did it honorable. Now, could I say something different? Could I put it different yet? But that was on my spirit, right? Moving forward, knowing that I'm behind the brother. But what they doing on Moore's World TV and his followers are people that's believing in what he's saying, he's going too far. He's being extremely disrespectful. And he's making a life mission to discredit this brother. Who gives him the right to do that? Who gives him the right to do that? There's nothing wrong with having an opinion. Nothing wrong with criticizing. There's nothing wrong with agreeing that we disagree. But this is the reason why we can't come together, because you got brothers like him or dudes like him or whatever you want to call them. And I ain't really trying to like say nothing derogatory about no brother or sister, but you got people like them that's not going to change. And in my own opinion, you're doing a man job when you're going far and beyond to try to expose the people. Let the people decide. Every so often we vote for president candidates, politicians, etc. And they will lie to us, and we'll be keep voting them in, until they expose themselves. Saying with Jay, what's in darker coming like if there's anything wrong with this brother? But like I said to one of the brothers, when he came out of Mr. Farrakhan, he was getting all the criticism, he was under attack. He was like, don't worry about the man, listen to the message. And I'm saying the same thing about him. Oh, wait, he didn't say it. No, he did say it like that. It was meant like that. And that's not nothing he just said that Ben was said. See, sometimes we get caught up into what's going on around us, right? And not focus on the message. That's why I don't care what person cursing, talking, ignorant, what have you. I am listening. Because I'm trying to see if there's a message in it. But for me, I just don't understand why this big guy is just pushing the narrative that he need to discredit Grandmaster J. OC the Great said on the video, if you don't agree with the brother, you go do your own thing. But why I try to tell the brother down? So I don't think we'll ever unite as a whole. But we can unite as many black people that want to unite, that really see what's going on, and not get caught in somatic games, trigger words, and all this, that, and other to throw off what's really going on. And what I mean is people play word games. They'll look for stuff you're saying to find fault, to find reason not to support. I'm not with that. I'm down with jail any black person that's about helping black people until otherwise. So I appreciate the sister, you know, making that comment. And I had to just turn into the title of this video because I really You let people to see what's going on. There was something I wanted to work on that I don't want to speak about too much, but I just been extremely busy. But there's a divide in our community, and it's been going on for years. And the reason why it's getting bigger because you have more people that have platforms that can speak about the pro-black movement, right? The struggle of blacks. So you don't have these leaders anymore that we know that wasn't that many throughout our days. But now because of YouTube and social media platform, people getting these great following, and they spewing out all that kind of information and nonsense. And a lot of them, I believe, I don't want to say a lot. I'm just saying, a lot of them becoming too newsy, showing they socially numb to certain things. They just talking about it, and they're getting a lot of revenue for it, right? But not actively going to the community and trying to do something. And that's why I say I wasn't trying to promote donations and what have you, because I work hard for mine, and I don't knock nobody, want to donate and help somebody. But I'm like, if it's not for helping the black community, I don't get it. Like, I don't really know why people taking donations and what have you. I'm out here working. I got things going on. But, yeah, the uniting thing is going to be a process. But I always say they take only a few good men, a few good women to get the movement started. And that's all we need for right now. Everybody's just confused. They're going to get on board eventually. They're going to see that the green grass is not green on the other side. They're going to see who are the real ones. So, just want to talk about this topic. Like, why we can't unite, you know what I'm saying? And we all was on the same ship. Yeah, we might not came on the same slave ship or came over here voluntarily or whatnot or wherever we at in the diaspora around the world. We still are black. We still are targeted. We still systematically excluded. We still discriminated against, and we still being killed. And our situation in our communities is the same they have been for so long, with a few upgrades and changes, but it's still the same. The white power structure got a strong hold on the black community, and capitalism playing a major part with a lot of division in the black community, as well as people finding excuses not to really be involved. So hey, this is Major TV. If you're new to the channel, subscribe, hit the notification button for any latest content. I do things spontaneous and whatnot. I see what's on my heart and mind. I do research. I do lay out things and what have you. But sometimes I just wanting to show y'all that raw passion and concern I have for my people. Y'all like, share, comment. Let me know how y'all feel. Y'all have anything y'all want me to talk about, do that. Y'all always know what I'm about to say. Y'all stay focused, always. Stay on cool and just be black. Peace.